Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It is brilliant to have you here as we kick off Module 1 of our Business Case Architecture series. Today, we are starting with strategy, and we are starting with the single most common trap that catches out incredibly smart, highly qualified executives. I call it the fallacy of the standalone project. Picture the scene. You are sitting in a board meeting, or maybe a quarterly review. One of your brightest division heads slides a pristine, beautifully formatted business case across the table. You look at the numbers. The net present value is massive. The internal rate of return is sitting at a very healthy 35%. The payback period is under 18 months. The market research says customers will buy it, and the operational plan is airtight. In a vacuum, it is a guaranteed moneymaker, a total slam dunk. Your instinct as a business leader is to grab a pen, sign off on the budget, and say, "Brilliant, crack on." But here is the absolute truth of executive leadership. In business, there is no such thing as a vacuum. Approving a project simply because it is profitable in isolation is a fundamental failure of strategic leadership. Today, we are going to explore why isolated profitability is never enough, and how looking at a project as a standalone entity can actually destroy your company's value. Let's talk about the seduction of the spreadsheet. Spreadsheets are dangerous because they put blinders on us. They force us to look at a project in a tightly controlled box. Revenues minus costs equals profit, but a business is not a portfolio of random, disconnected bets. A business is a living, breathing ecosystem. Every new initiative changes the balance. Let me give you a classic, real-world example of the standalone fallacy. Imagine you run a boutique, high-end strategy consultancy in London. You charge premium rates, you hire the top 1% of graduates, and your brand is synonymous with absolute, uncompromising quality. One day, your tech lead comes to you with an idea to build a low-cost, automated SaaS product. It's a 50 a month subscription for templates. The business case is flawless. The margins on software are 90%. It requires very little capital to spin up. It is, by every metric, highly profitable. If you look at it as a standalone project, you say, yes. But what happens when you launch it? Suddenly, your premium clients see you on LinkedIn. Your brand equity plummets. Your elite consultants, who solve billion-pound problems, are now asked to debug software for small businesses. They get frustrated and leave. Your sales team is confused about what they are supposed to be pitching. The project made £1 million in profit, yes, but it destroyed £10 million of enterprise value in your core business. That is the fallacy of the standalone project in action. Now, let's talk about the invisible taxes. We are good at auditing financial costs, CapEx, marketing, hires. We know how to do that. What we are terrible at auditing are the invisible taxes, and the heaviest of these is the management attention tax. Bandwidth is a finite resource. You only have so many hours in the day, and your executive team only has so much mental energy. Every single project demands a slice. I see this all the time. Companies approve 5 or 6 profitable projects. Suddenly, the CEO spends 30% of their week on something that adds 2% revenue. Because they are distracted, they take their eye off the main cash cow. Competitors catch up, core revenue dips, and the ship starts taking on water. This leads us to the second invisible tax, the complexity tax. Complexity is the silent killer of growth. Every new product adds a layer of drag. It means your legal team has to write new contracts. Your customer service team needs training. Your IT architecture gets a little more fragile. If a project does not actively leverage your existing scale, it is adding complexity. If profit doesn't outweigh that hidden cost, it's a bad deal. Now, let's bridge this with a bit of academic rigor. In business strategy, there is a concept called the resource-based view, or RBVS. The theory is simple but profound. A firm achieves a sustainable advantage not by looking outward at every shiny market, but by looking inward, by looking at its unique, difficult to copy resources and deploying them ruthlessly. Think about Amazon and world-class logistics. If your core competency is logistics, then any case you approve should either rely on that network or make it stronger. Now think about Apple. If your core competency is cutting-edge design, then a business case for a clunky, ugly, but profitable enterprise server farm is a strategic misstep. When you are reviewing a business case, you must apply this lens. Ask, how does this initiative make our core business stronger? If the answer is, well, it doesn't really, but it makes money, you are looking at strategic drift. You are turning your laser into a light bulb. Great companies are not built by pursuing every profitable opportunity. They are built by pursuing the right ones and having the discipline to reject the rest. So, how do we make this actionable? How do you sit in that boardroom tomorrow and spot the fallacy? You need to run an integration audit. Look past the NPV, turn to the back, and ask 3 questions. Number 1, the cannibalization check. Will this steal sales or attention from our best products? Number 2, the brand coherence test. If our loyal customer sees us doing this, will they understand it? Does this elevate our reputation or dilute it? Number 3, the day 100 reality check. It's easy to launch. It's exhausting to maintain. Have we accounted for the permanent operational drag? If the sponsor hasn't mapped the collateral impact on the ecosystem, the case is incomplete. Send it back. Let's wrap this up. Your job is not to act as an ATM, mindlessly dispensing cash. Your job is to be the architect and the defender of your company's core strategy. Remember, isolated profitability is an illusion. Here is my mentorship challenge for you today. Think about your current organization. What is the one project or initiative currently making a small profit, but disproportionately draining your team's time, energy, and focus? If you had the courage to kill that standalone project today, what could your best people achieve with that freed up bandwidth tomorrow? Think about it. Thank you for your time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss Lesson 2, where we dive into North Star objectives. I'll see you then.